everyone, this is Bodhi, and welcome back to Basically Minecraft. We are on episode 3, and I've got some more big plans for today's episode, but first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at what we did in that intro time-lapse there. So I've been doing a lot of mining recently and gathering up a ton of ores with Silk Touch. So today I decided to finally stack them all up and break them down with Fortune 3, so let's see how many we got of each. First off, we have the iron here, and next we have coal, and then copper, and there's actually more than a barrel worth of copper. And then after that, we have gold, redstone, lapis, and then finally, for the diamonds, we got around half a stack. So I'm super happy with all of the resources that we gathered there. That is not too bad at all. And I've now moved all of those resources into our storage room that we built up in the last episode, which as you can see has gotten an upgrade. I was able to take the leather from our brand new Hoglin farm to craft a bunch of item frames and replace the signs in here, which I like a lot more because it's so much easier to tell where everything is. So I'm glad we got that done. But I also wanted to show you guys something else. On a stream the other day, we went on another lucrative adventure, which was End City Raiding. And so if we take a look in this chest right here, we can see how many shulker shells I gathered. Now, this might seem like not too many, but on this server, we're actually not playing with the double shulker shells data pack, which is something that I'm very used to playing. But the reason that we're not using it in 1.17 is because it's now possible to farm shulker shells. Now, I don't think anyone on the server is doing that yet, but I'm sure some people will eventually, so it makes sense not to use that data pack anymore. However, aside from the shulker shells, we also got a bunch of extra elytras. As you can see, we got 6 new elytras, and eventually I will kit these out with mending and unbreaking, but that's not too urgent since I am hoping I won't lose this one. So we'll go ahead and do that later. But there's also another thing that's pretty cool to show you guys in this chest, and that is a resource pack that I found that shows what color an axolotl is when it's in a bucket. And I absolutely love this. It looks so cool. It even has another texture for if it's a baby. Now, you do need Optifine to run this resource pack, but I will leave a link to it in the description below if any of you guys want to try it out. There's also one other thing that I've been working on off camera, and that is bees. In this room, I've placed down a bunch of the bee nests that we found and used them to gather some honeycomb, which it looks like we can harvest most of them right now. While I'm here, I should also breed up these bees again, which you can actually do with the flowering azalea leaves, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I want to build up a bigger population of bees because I actually want to prepare to build a bee farm in today's episode. And I want to focus on mainly farming the honeycomb first, and then maybe later on expand to the honey bottles and honey blocks. And the reason I'm more interested in honeycomb is because it became so much more useful in 1.17. In addition to the uses it already had of making beehives and honeycomb blocks, it can now be used to make candles and to wax copper, which a lot of people are super excited about, including myself. So not only can we build up a personal supply of honeycomb, but we can probably also sell it to the other server members along with stuff like candles. And the honeycomb farm design is actually pretty simple. It is one wide and tileable, and I have one of the tiles built up right here, aside from the beehive, which will go right underneath this dispenser. And honeycomb farms can actually be a bit more compact than honey bottle farms because we don't need to get a signal strength of 5 to activate the dispenser. We can just use observers like this, and even though they'll go off multiple times as the beehive fills up with honey, the shears in the dispenser will only get used when the beehive is full, unlike glass bottles, which would get dispensed either way. And the bees can pollinate the flowering azalea leaves the same way they would with a normal flower, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this design is pretty simple. However, what's not going to be as simple is the build that I have planned for going around the farm. And that's actually going to use some stuff like honeycomb blocks and beehives as building materials. So I want to get the farm up and running first, and then we can let that run for a while and get some of those resources, and then eventually construct the build around it. Alright, so the farm is up and running and fully functional now, and it really wasn't too hard to build. The most annoying part, honestly, was getting the bees in. So I made a bunch of beehives, and I had to slowly fill them up with 3 bees each. Now, a word of advice that I should have followed, wow, that is loud. A word of advice that I should have followed is install the beehives in your farm at night. because if you do it during night, they won't come out of their hives when you place them down. So I did it during the day and just put blocks in front of them, but when it came to removing the blocks, I was trapped inside of this little area right here. I was crawling, and I accidentally hit a bee, and they all went crazy on me, and I think I lost some. I bred back up the population, so I think we're fine now. But yeah, I learned my lesson and did the second one over on this side at night. So yeah, I would highly recommend that. In other news, it is producing pretty well. As you can see, we have a good supply of honeycomb, but we're going to need a lot more than this. And I noticed right here that there's actually honeycomb. In my creative test world, I assumed that it was all going into the hoppers, but I think that I might need to replace these with hopper mine carts to get it to work. So I think I'll do that right now. Okay, so I did that, and there is now a hopper minecart behind each of these trapdoors, so the honeycomb should immediately go into those and end up in the storage system, and I don't believe we should have any leftover honeycomb in front of the beehives now, which is great. And so now all that's left to do is wait around for a little bit and let the farm produce some more honeycomb before we get started with the building. But I think I have something pretty cool to work on in the meantime. And the first thing I'm going to need is some blaze rods, because I haven't gotten any of those yet. So I'm headed over to this nether fortress here, and I'm hoping that there's a blaze spawner somewhere inside of it, and we can actually take some wither skeletons out on the way, because I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I haven't even entered a fortress. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get this lucky, but might as well check. Oh my god, that blaze totally just hit me into those wither skeletons and scared me. I'm gonna go kill them. I didn't even need to go to the blaze spawner because there's so many just around this area spawning on the fortress, and if we kill this last one here, I think we should have enough blaze rods. Yeah, 35 isn't too bad at all. I killed some wither skeletons too, but didn't get any skulls, but that's not really what I was after. We can always come back later for that, but for now, we got everything that we need. And I needed those blaze rods to craft a brewing stand, and we're now going to use this brewing stand to brew some weakness potions. Now that I have these splash potions of weakness, I can throw it at this zombie villager, feed him a golden apple, and around 5 minutes later, we should have ourselves a cured villager. And now not only do we have a villager, but he should also give us reduced prices on any trades. So now I'm going to turn him into a librarian and cycle through some of the trades and see if we can hopefully get one for a mending book, because I would love to not have to spend diamonds in the shopping district every time I need one. Hey, so we finally got mending on this guy, and I'm going to go ahead and take one of these trades to lock him in, and I can come back later for more mending books, but that is absolutely fantastic because it is 1 emerald only. And yeah, that is a fantastic deal, and I'm not gonna have to spend my diamonds on mending books anymore. Alright, so I just finished a stream working with Fozzen, Lem, and Jack, where we started organizing the nether hub on the roof here. As you can see, we're starting to get like pathways out to everyone's portals, which was pretty cool, and it was a lot of fun. But at this point, I now have pretty much all the resources that I need to start this build for today's episode, so let's go ahead and head back to base. So yeah, tons of resources in these shulker boxes to get our build started. And also check it out, I did some more mining off camera, and I managed to get this many diamonds, which is pretty cool. So our growing collection of diamonds aside, let's go ahead and kick this off into time-lapse mode and get this build done. Alright, so the build around our bee farm is done, and I am super happy with how it turned out. I love that we got to use some of the honeycomb blocks and the bee nest blocks in this build. The hint of yellow and orange looks super cool, and I love how it turned out. So now we have our fully functional bee farm on the inside and our super cool build around it on the outside. And I'm eventually planning on adding a bunch more builds like around this, like some over to the side of this, but I wanted to work on this bee farm today. So if you're wondering why this one is like so far from our other builds, there is going to be more structures in this area later on. And in addition to that, I also realized that there's not a ton of space like in the front of this build with this whole like mountain right here, but I'm planning on taking all of this terracotta in between these two big mountains out so that we basically have like an entrance to the valley right here. So eventually this will all be lowered down to this level here and we'll have a lot more space in front of this build. But what I'm going to do now is meet up with Fozzen because as it turns out, he has a farm that produces what ours doesn't, which is honey bottles. So together we produce the two items you can farm from bees. And so we're going to meet up to discuss a possible business opportunity / partnership, which is awesome because I have not sold anything in the shopping district yet. All right. Hello Fozzen.
How you doing, man?
What's up? What's up? So,
not much.
So yeah, I've been seeing your bee farm, or your bee shop over here, and I have been working on a bee farm as well.
All right. I see we have a little bit of
wait, we do. There is a little bit of competition.
I just noticed that. Lemonade?
yeah, I actually hadn't checked out a lot of Sammy's shops, because I don't even know how you pay for these.
Yeah, I did not know that they were shops. Wait, trade post. Oh, look at you. It looks like you buy. Oh, there's a lectern. I'm getting distracted.
Okay, yeah, we can take a look at that later. Let's go up to your shop for right now.
Okay, all right. And for all of the people that do not know, which is currently everybody, this was my shop, the honey shop. But soon, I believe, if you're interested, it'll be our shop.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're here to talk about. Okay, so
the honey business.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see what we've got going on here. There's honey. Honey blocks. Oh, it's restocked. Nice.
Yep.
Empty beehive. Okay. And then honeycomb. So was there something in this fourth barrel or?
Yes, 4 honey bottles for 1 diamond.
Oh, okay.
It was a terrible deal, but
yeah, I'm about to say like there's these over here. Anyway,
well, I'm gonna let you in on. Oh, keep going.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. So if you put the honey bottles here, 4 for 1 diamond, people look at that and think that is the most ridiculous price in the world. But then they walk over here, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is cheap. If I can get 4 honey bottles for 1 diamond, but I can get 8 honey block for 1 diamond, ooh, I think I'm gonna buy these honey blocks.
The psychological mastermind.
Psychological warfare.
True. God, it's all just mind games. Wow, okay.
Always has been. Always will be.
Controlling the consumers. Okay, so yeah, are you really producing honeycomb or not?
Well, I was swapping in and out. Because here's, like, once you get, like, your farm going, you just put shears in there for, like, 10 seconds and then just, like, all the honeycomb. And then the honey bottles is where it's, like, yikes, Scoob.
That's true. That's true. So, actually, mine can only produce honeycomb because I was planning on maybe building another one. Of course, if this works out, I probably won't have to, but because it only works for honeycomb because it doesn't have the signal strength of 5. It uses observers.
Oh. Ah, I see. Understandable.
Yeah, so what we could do is your farm could be purely dedicated to honey bottles. Mine could be purely dedicated to honeycomb like it already is. And then we could share those resources as well as selling what we produce to the server.
Yes, I agree. Much love and appreciation for the idea.
Yeah, that's pretty much the perfect way to go about it. So yeah, I guess I can just move in here, right? We can set up some more barrels.
Yeah. So essentially, I'll be doing the honey bottle side of the stuff. So I'll keep the 8 honey blocks for 1 diamond and the 4 honey bottles for 1 diamond the same.
Okay.
And then you take control of these 2 right here.
Oh, yeah, true, because I can produce all that stuff. And by the way, when I get a mob farm set up, which, honestly, I don't know how soon I'm going to do that, but once I do that, I'll have string and I'll sell candles, too.
Perfect. And, essentially, are you G with splitting the shop stuff 50-50?
Yeah, so we could split it 50-50, I guess we could just split it 50-50, why not?
All right, sweet. That's good with me. And then also, if you want to do any interior design, dude, blow yourself away. I mean, like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we'll really need. I like the shop design. I feel a little bit stupid because the day that I saw your video release where you built this, I designed a honey shop in my creative test world.
What? Oh, I'm much sorry.
No, it's okay. I like this design, so I'm completely fine with moving in here.
Perfect, yes. Instead of having to build the shop, you just become part owner of the shop.
Yep, for sure. Saves me some effort, and I'll finally get to stake my claim in the shopping district. Sounds good.
Yes,
also, how is there a chicken over here?
I was looking at that. I was looking at that. Do you want to actually show me the honey stuff that you have going
This guy needs a name, but yeah, we can head over to
actually,
my
fair
place.
Fair point.
I don't have any name tags yet, but considering he's the only chicken on the island, I think he's the only chicken on the island. Oh, wait, he just dropped an egg, though. Will he get a friend?
Oh, all right.
Nope.
Waste of rockets. Okay, there we go. Want to go check out your stuff?
I'm way too used to just throwing rockets away like crazy, but I can't be doing that. Anyways, yeah, let's head over to my area real quick. The orange path
southern
leads
lands
to
are
mine.
filling up.
Okay, good. I love it.
Because you're here, I'm over at mine, Zinji will be at his, and Jack is going to be a neighbor right in those same hills as me.
Oh, okay. So then is he not planning to stay in the ice area? Was that just like a starter base, or?
Yeah, I think he's moving now for his mega base.
That's cool. Yeah, see, actually, that's what I do a lot of the time, except that I'm going to take the starter base a little bit further with this western town, and then maybe later on we'll move on to a bigger thing somewhere else. We'll see. Anyways, this is the new
This is
thing.
the place?
Yeah, so this is what we had so far, and then I just added this building over here.
Dude,
for
I love
the
it
honey.
so far.
Thank you.
I can't get over those lightning rods, like...
Oh, yeah, let's be honest. I don't think most people are using them as lightning rods.
I don't think I've seen a single person use them as lightning rods.
They're useful for building, and that's what I like. So yeah, this is the honey farm. I'm gonna be honest, the inside, the honey farm itself is really simple, but I wanted to go a little overboard with the build around it.
Oh my, fancy bee hives for the outside, right?
Yeah,
Or
those
bee
so I had
nests.
to make sure that I wanted to get all of the bees out of there, so I had to like slowly transport them from out of their beehive or bee nests into beehives so that I could keep all of those to build with, because those aren't easy to get.
No, they are not.
Yeah,
Dude,
which is
I
why they're
actually
only
like
in
it
the front
here.
side.
Alright, you showed me this place and then like accidentally broke it and everything.
Oh yeah, the mine carts exploded everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, so this is 50% of the empire right here.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of loud in here with the dispensers and whatnot, so.
Run.
So yeah, but no, that's 50% of the monopoly, the honeycomb, which is going to be
Monopoly. I like
massive
it.
in 1.17.
Yup. Well, sir, it is 1.17.
What?
It
Oh,
is
not
1.17.
going to be massive. It is massive in 1.17. My bad, my mistake. That's what I meant.
Giga. Candles, waxing,
Yep,
honey for slime farms and for machines and things. It's just
Yeah, for the more talented builders who are going to use copper more often, they can get some wax,
AKA not fossil.
No.
I can't use copper, man. It's too orange.
I
don't know how to
actually,
deal with
yeah,
it.
I haven't designed many builds that actually use it. I mean, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But anyway, do you want to go
Agreed.
over to your place now and check out your honey farm?
Yes, I'll show it to you. Yep, everything over here is going to be getting decked out. But yes, this
Oh,
is...
and you got all the honey, not honey, bee nests instead of beehives.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
And I'm running out of bottles again. I got.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, they're all filled up. It's all full.
Yeah, so this whole thing is actually going to get moved. This whole cave is going to get ripped out. That's the next big project.
Well, luckily,
building
honey farms
project.
aren't really that hard to set up. It took me
Nope.
longer to build the building around it, so.
Probably, yeah. For me, the thing that was the hardest was digging this so it wasn't like going outside of the cliff.
Ooh, that's living life on the edge there.
Very much on the literal edge.
God, yeah, no, the shattered savannah is epic, but it can be challenging.
Yeah.
I've never really based in one of these, but it's just
Me
God, it's
neither. That's
basically
why I
amplified.
wanted to.
It's basically amplified.
Essentially, yes.
It's basically Minecraft.
That's basically. I was waiting for you to do that. That's your initiation. Once you start going basically Minecraft, to any time anybody says basically, you're in the club.
Yeah.
For now, actually, wait. Do we need like a bee headquarters thing?
We might. Wait, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Okay, we'll have to keep our eye out for a spot where we could put a bee headquarters.
Okay, ideas are popping into my head, but that's for another time. Probably not this episode. But
I'm just imagining a cave with a big bee face staring in from the side of the cave.
you know what I was imagining?
What?
I was imagining a big airplane with black and yellow stripes on it.
I love it. Okay.
but
the ideas are brewing. The ideas are brewing.
Exactly. The creativity is immediately flowing because yeah, even though I've done the whole like Bodhi buys thing before, that was a solo mission. I've never been business partners before.
I don't think I have either. It's always been the solo stuff.
Yeah, which is fun, but this will be awesome too. So
I agree. Much agreement.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, look, there's just a random beacon in this barrel right here.
Just as one does, got your chainmail armor, your golden axe, and of course a beacon.
Yeah,
Oh
right
my
above
God.
a wooden pickaxe.
I have not used a spyglass. I have not even made a spyglass.
Right now.
What is wrong
Do
with
it.
me? In this entire season. Oh my God.
Actually, I'm gonna craft another one, and we are gonna do something amazing before you go. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here on Mountain Chicken.
Oh.
And no, we did not modify this. It's just straight up a chicken.
I didn't even notice that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's very chicken, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna be on Mount Chicken. I want you to set your FOV to 30.
Oh, we're doing FOV 30. Okay, all the way down.
And then I
Right.
want you to use the spyglass.
The sensitivity feels so high. Okay,
And
spyglass in.
then Optifine and zoom.
Yep, so I'm just basically standing right in front of you. And also, if you move your mouse at all, it just... Oh my God.
Instant death.
Yeah.
But there's like 4 layers of zoom or something like that.
Let's look somewhere else with this. How... Okay, well... It's
gosh.
actually going to be limited by how many chunks we have loaded.
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
Can I see your villagers over there? Or are they not even in entity loading distance?
All right.
They're not.
Actually,
I can't even see them.
Well, what we can do is we can go over there and then look back at the mountain.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'm a little bit farther down. There's the dripstone, and then there's the
I'm looking at the dripstone. Yep.
house.
That is so close. It looks like it's right in front of me.
Yeah, no, this... God, I can't believe I haven't crafted a spyglass yet on basically Minecraft. That's kind of sad.
You still haven't.
No, I still haven't.
Keep it.
I just
that one's
got
yours.
one. I will never
That one's
craft
yours.
one. I'll never lose this one. I'll keep it forever.
Dude, I was zooming in right close on your
Okay.
face when you said that. There was so much dedication. Like, you had like a silent little nod. You were like, you were full tilt on that.
Yeah. It's if I lose this one, I guess I just can't use a spyglass again because I'm not
Fair point.
crafting one.
Fair
now.
point.
I'm
by
in
the
too
way,
deep.
Snacky bag.
See, I've always used golden carrots in the past, but now that I'm on the pork chops, I don't think I need these. I don't want to seem ungrateful here, but
Okay.
But you can have these if you want them because I have way too much pork chop. I seriously
All right,
I will
all right.
never get through
Chuck
it.
them in one of here. Chuck one of them in here. I mean, any of them in here.
I will never get through the amount of pork chops that I have already from my hogland farm.
I want that to be your challenge. I want you to never use the Hogland farm. Like, turn off the Hogland farm, but then eat the cooked pork chop that you have and try and get through it.
I could try that, however, even though it produces pork chops very fast, if I ever need more leather, that doesn't come out quite as fast.
Well, set the pork chops aside and then try and get through that amount. This is your challenge, Bodhi. This is your challenge. Get through your supply of pork chops.
Okay, I have to tally up how much I have, several double chests worth. That would actually be hilarious if the farm just doesn't produce pork chops anymore.
Or if you just don't need them.
Yeah. Although with
Time
how
to
much
get
I
to level
have,
30.
I honestly could sell like whole chests of pork chops for like a diamond. It's
Yikes, that's a lot.
it's way too overpowered. It's not fair. They're a bit of a problem.
You know what they call me? A bit of a problem.
Bit of a problem.
All right. Well then, Bodhi, I'm gonna head off into
Yeah, no, that same here.
To the distance. Goodbye.
Yeah, I will let you know when I add in the honey, but for now, I will see you later, man.
Peace out. Woo.
Alright, so that was a good time, and I look forward to seeing the growth of the honey empire, but for now, I have moved my stock into the shop built by Fawzen, and currently, I'm going to be selling honeycomb for 1 diamond per stack. And like I said, later on we can expand to things like candles and stuff, but right now I'm just selling the straight up honeycomb, and I might need to change up this price depending on how fast it sells out and how much stock we have, but for right now, 1 diamond per stack seems good. I mean, I'm getting this stuff fairly quickly. The farm is pretty efficient, and so yeah, we have all of our stock to move in here, and I can't wait to see how fast this stuff sells. So we'll have to check up on our profits in the next episode, but I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I am super happy with how our bee farm and our build turned out, and I can't wait to see what happens on our business venture with Fawzen. So I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Be sure to hit that like button if you did, and subscribe if you're new, and go ahead and leave a comment telling me what you thought about the video. But without further ado, guys, this has been Bodhi, and I will see you all in the next one.